Welcome. How are you, sister?
Very fine, thank you so much.
So we're here at Peace Village, which is the official retreat center for the Brahma Kumaris.
Beautiful.
Set in the beautiful mountains of upstate New York.
The minute I entered here, I've been hearing about the place, I've read about the place, but coming here is a different experience altogether. We talk about paradise on earth, but I think someone has to come here to really feel what it is. You know, nature, yes, we get nature in a lot of places, but the vibration, that vibration of purity, peace, and the unity. The way brothers and sisters are here taking care of everyone, united, that harmony, that feeling of being connected without knowing each other. And I think that creates paradise, because wherever there's unity, peace, love, and purity, it's paradise. It's a beautiful feeling.
We're obviously very excited because we've been waiting for a long time to have you here and to tour. You know, talk a little bit about the tour. What was it that brought you here?
Apart from India, if you see the rest of the world, I would get maximum emails from the US. And I used to have so many brothers and sisters writing, I'm coming to India for a holiday during these 3 weeks. Wherever you are in India, I can come for a program. Please let me know the date. I'm planning my holiday. You know, so many things, which was so sweet, and it's been happening for many years. So it felt as if I should come here to meet all of them. It's going to be like meeting family. And really, in this last 18 days, and like you said, 14 events, not a single event felt as if we were with new people. 2 days passed, 5 days passed, 8 days passed, and every day everyone was asking me, so what is it, how are you liking America, or what are you finding different in America? And I would pause and I would say, what answer should I give them? Because it feels you're with people you know. It feels as if you are home. And this made me realize that, you know, unity is only when you're with this person on the same vibrational connect. You can be in an altogether different country, but if your vibration is connected, you are family. And sometimes you can be in the same house, you know, sitting in the same room, but if you don't connect on the vibration, you are like this. And here I feel this has been a very deep experience for me in these last 20 days, that you're away from your country at the other end of the world, but you feel as if you're home. So, which says, you know, in India we have a word which is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, meaning the world is one family. And I truly believe this now.
Let's talk a little bit about the subject matter that you were discussing on the tour. There seemed to be a lot of discussion about just lifestyle and the stress that families have in today's day and age. Working parents out at the job all day, come home, take care of children, being a good husband and being a good wife, and of course being an amazing parent.
There's one equation which, if we correct that, all these things will fall into place. What we thought is the number of problems that I have outside, like you said, husband, wife, parent, child, work, time, money, so many, sometimes physical health also. So we feel that the number of problems that we have outside, stress is natural. Stress is given by a simple formula. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. This is formula in science, which we learned in school. So pressure is this whole list. You know, this is our list of pressures, different for different people, but more or less. Resilience is our inner strength. And stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. But we are ignoring the denominator. And so we are saying stress is equal to pressure. Now, number of pressures are increasing. Magnitude of pressure is increasing. So we said stress is naturally going to increase. And then we're looking for a way, can I reduce the numerator, the pressure, so that my stress will reduce? But I think of reducing the numerator, but the numerator is only increasing day by day. So spirituality says, numerator, pressure, not in my control. Denominator, inner strength, completely in my control. Focus on that. That was one factor which we were not looking at. And so if we start working on that denominator, the inner strength, the inner power, this stress is automatically going to start reducing. So all the events that we did here, topics were different. It was inner peace, inner power, it was love and forgiveness, it was the healer within. Topics were different, but the essence was the same. And the essence was, how am I going to take care of this being inside so that everything outside is automatically taken care of? For me, it's like this is the seed, and that whole list that you shared is the tree of our life. It's our tree, no, our work, our family, our physical health, it's our tree. And we are finding it difficult to nurture this tree because we're not nourishing the seed. And if someone says, okay, take out 15 minutes time, do a little meditation, we have an immediate answer that I don't have time. Why? Because I'm busy taking care of the tree. So awakening is all about how to start nourishing the seed. Taking care, taking personal responsibility that I am the creator of my thoughts, irrespective of all these situations. If I keep creating thoughts, but I have to do this, but I have to go there, but life is so difficult, but challenges are so many, it's not about those issues. It's about what I'm thinking in response to those issues. And spirituality and basic spiritual principles of living teach us how to create the right thought in response to even a crisis. Crisis, but here is the right thought. So when you use the word lifestyle, it's a very beautiful word, but again, not understood completely. We thought lifestyle was about what I wear, how I eat, how I live. Life is energy, life, the life force. Life is here. So what's the style of this life here? The style of thinking, the style of feeling, the style of behaving. If I bring about a change in this lifestyle, here everything will fall into place. So that's what we learn at the Brahma Kumaris, and that's what it's all about, and that's what we've been sharing on this entire tour. And I think everyone's ready for it. We are ready for it because we seem to have tried a lot of things, but we were not coming to the solution. And when we just work on the seed and the tree starts nourishing itself. Just 5 days back, I met a couple at one of the programs here. And they met me after the event and they couldn't stop crying. They had lost a 20-year-old son, their only child. No amount of gyan, no amount of logic can give you a healing when it's something like this. You know, what we are talking about is so small compared to this. Anything you talk, whether you say the soul has moved forward on the journey, whether you say our karmic account with that soul was only for 20, it's logic, but logic cannot fill my vacuum. And they both just were crying and they said, there's a vacuum, there's a vacuum. I didn't know what, I just couldn't give them any answer because there's no answer. So I just said, following weekend, can you just come to Peace Village? And the beauty of those two people, they took 30 seconds to say a yes. And they've arrived here yesterday evening, Friday evening. Saturday, 12 o'clock, I see them in the room and their faces are different. And it's given me such, you know, how nice it can feel that God's knowledge and His simple spiritual principles can help us to heal even out of this kind of a pain where we never thought healing was possible. And so when you see this, it's evidence enough that the rest of the problems that we're talking about is not even a problem. We can't even call it a problem. It's only because you start taking care here. So let there be any issue, any. Nurture the seed and your tree will flourish.
Talk about these simple principles that God has given us. What are they, like in very simple, easy step form?
One is, the main thing is spiritual health. You know, even WHO today has introduced this concept of spiritual health. Earlier it was emotional health, mental health, physical health, social health, relationships, financial health. But now they have introduced spiritual health. because of the understanding that spiritual health is the foundation for all these 5. So if you work on the foundation, the other 4 are taken care of. And spiritual health is about the way of thinking in every situation. If I am strong, I will create a right response to every situation. If I'm emotionally a little weak, I will get disturbed even in small situations. So now how do I start taking care of my thoughts? Create the right thought. What is the source of our thoughts? Most of us are today talking about positive thinking, negative thinking. When someone's being negative, people say, oh, please be positive, don't be. These are phrases, these are words we are using. But how do I be positive? That negative thought just comes to me. I'm not creating is what I feel. How do I think positive? So we need to understand what's the source of my thoughts. If I change the source, the thought will automatically change. The information that we consume daily, and that means what we read, what we watch, and what we listen. So what we consume is the source of our thoughts. We are what we read, watch and listen. Now let's check what all we read, watch and listen the whole day. Where is the element of pure positive information the whole day? And to begin the day with, amount of aggression, violence, and everything that's happening in the world. Early morning, the mind is silent. Absorption power is highest. It's like a blotting paper which will just absorb. So we were always told as students, get up and study in the morning. Early morning, you'll remember it. And now what are we getting up and studying early in the morning? So early morning, what do we wake up and first thing we are newspaper, news channel. It's all about violence, pain, fear, anger, aggression. So that's the quality of my morning breakfast for the mind. So will be the quality of the thoughts. So when we came to the Brahma Kumaris, the first lifestyle change that we created was early morning information had to change. And we started taking in information, quality of which was purity, peace, compassion, love, forgiveness. Basic spiritual principles. Just what we read and watch and listen in the morning changed, thoughts changed, karma changed, destiny changed. So 20 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the night before going to sleep. 3 days back I met a sleep therapist and he said, do you know which is the largest selling pill in the United States? And honestly I didn't know the answer. So he said to me, it's the sleeping pill. Something which is natural. Sleep is natural and we need to use a substance to go to sleep. Why? Because we're thinking too much during the day. In the night we're still thinking. So unless the mind slows down, it cannot go to sleep. So we are using a substance, whether it's alcohol, whether it's a pill, to suppress that thinking. But we are suppressing it, we are not silencing it. Use meditation instead. Use reading something very pure and powerful instead. Natural slowing down of the mind, not suppression and forceful slowing down of the mind. So 20 minutes in the morning, read pure, positive information. Everyone can choose what they want. At the Brahma Kumaris, we come to the center and we have a spiritual class every morning. Every center all over the world will have their morning class at about 7 o'clock in the morning. And 10 minutes in the night before going to sleep, read or listen. We cannot afford to listen or watch violence, pain, aggression, or even movies, or even serials. Even comedy has an element of criticism, ridicule, comparison. Cannot, because then that's who we are becoming. So if we take care of this information morning and night, and now we have social media, another very, very big source of information. So every 5 minutes I will have something on my phone which I can read. But I think I'm reading about someone else. I'm listening to someone else. I am becoming that what I'm reading. If I remember that the whole day, that what I read right here on social media, this is who I'm becoming here. Now choose. People will post what they feel is right. I feel it's like a huge, dinner I come to your place and you lay out everything. You can make 20 things. I have to choose what to eat. I cannot say, but you served it for me. No. So, media and social media will serve everything for us. Today, the TV program Awakening, which we're doing, it's been almost 10 years, 30 minutes, media. Media. I meet thousands of people who've come out of depression, meet so many people who were on the verge of divorce. I have met a few people who were contemplating suicide. And then most of them will say, my way of thinking and living has changed. 25 minutes of media. That's the power of media. So choose what you have to take from media. It's not that media is wrong or social media is wrong, but what am I going to pick up from there? So if we do it like an experiment for a month, everyone needs to just do it for a month. 20 minutes in the morning, pure. Last 10 minutes, pure. And when you are with social media, filter. Don't read and listen to everything that's been served to you. It's like a diet. Tell yourself, no, I'm dieting. This is not healthy for me. 1 month is all that we need to experiment, and we'll find a major shift. And that's what we've done at the Brahma Kumaris. Just that, early morning at the center. And thoughts change, karma changes, destiny changes. Isn't it simple to do this? It's very, very simple, but we need to do it. We need to start experimenting and start doing it. And at the Brahma Kumaris, we have a very beautiful concept which is called traffic control of thoughts. After every 1 hour, we pause for a minute. We take one thought in the day. Let's say I take a thought today, I am a powerful being, which means I have the power to respond right to any situations. Nobody can overpower me or disturb me. So I take that line in the morning, but then I'm going to get influenced by vibrations during the day. So after every 1 hour, pause, take a break, give the mind rest, and create that thought again. I am a powerful being. I accept people as they are. These little breaks which we give the mind, which just goes on thinking. Overthinking is our disease today. So these little breaks are like charging. Like we charge the phone. Every time we get 10 minutes, we're charging our phone nowadays. Similarly, every time you can take out that 1 minute, charge your mind. It's a guarantee. If anyone does this sincerely, they are going to see amazing results. You can try this out and see. It's really beautiful. And when we take these little breaks and rest during the day, when we come back home in the evening, we're going to be charged. Today, like you said, husband and wife, they are coming home discharged in the evening. And then they don't have anything much to give in the relationship. They are asking in the relationship. They're not able to give. And they're actually coming home in the evening and telling each other how bad their day was, how difficult their day was. And it's more like a competition, whose was tougher, yours or mine, which means you adjust more because I don't have power. I've already finished my power in the day. Why? I didn't charge myself in the day. These 1 minutes, both husband and wife are going to come home charged. And we don't even need both to come. One needs to come home charged. I always feel we need one in every family. To create heaven on earth, you need only one in a family. One charged battery in a family here will charge the rest of the members of the family. But if everyone comes discharged, that's when all those issues start happening. So one is taking care of the mind, information. And second is taking care of the energy of the food we eat. In India, we have a very beautiful concept, spiritual principle, Jaisa Ann, Vaisa Man, which means as is the energy of the food, so will be the state of the mind. You are what you eat, vibrations. It's very beautiful when I met so many people in the US who say, I'm vegetarian, I'm vegan, I don't even have milk. It's beautiful. I feel like going back to India and telling them, you know what? They're all vegetarian there. And here so many of us are shifting from who we were. So let's learn from what they are doing over there. Because it's really beautiful. We cannot consume food which has vibrations of death. Because before going through that process, the animal was in captivity for 15 days, a month. So has created vibrations of anger, hatred, fear, helplessness, hurt, pain. That's all secreted and it's there as a part of energy of that food. And it comes onto our plate and we say proteins. That's what we do. Because we are only looking at the nutrients, we are not looking at the vibrations. So nutrients are important, but not nutrients with negative vibrations. So we need to choose food which has the nutrients but also has the pure vibration. So again, experimenting, we call it a sattvic food, high energy food, where it's vegetarian, and second, it's cooked in a very high pure state of mind. If you are cooking your food in a state of stress or anxiety, nobody should eat that food. No one should eat that food because your vibrations will radiate to the food, and if I eat that food, I will consume those vibrations. And that's why we have such a deep concept of prasad or a sweet which we get in the temples or the Gurdwara. Langar. Why? Food cooked in his remembrance. High energy food. So one is food that is cooked for profit. And today most of us are eating out a lot. You know, sometimes people say, why aren't we realizing that money is not the most important thing when we know it? It's because we are eating food which has been cooked for money. So money becomes our most important thing. So it may sound difficult to hear immediately, but I found it difficult when I heard it for the first time 20 years back, that don't eat out because you're eating food which is being cooked for money. And initially when I heard it, I rejected. I said, what do you mean don't eat out? Because I used to eat out so often. But now it's been 20 years and I've taken it up so strictly that I've not eaten out in the last 20 years. And I think that's big protection. It's huge protection. So instead of eating out, you're cooking at home, and not just cooking, but cooking in the remembrance of that ocean of power and peace and purity. That goes into the vibration of the food. Automatically the mind of everyone eating that food is going to get influenced. And that's why the Brahma Kumaris, when we come to the center or like this Peace Village to the retreat center, it's also about the food we get to eat here. Because the brothers and sisters cook the food in a state of meditation. And when anyone eats that food, they're going to experience peace. But we can do this at home. We can all do this for ourselves. So one is information that we consume. Second is food that we consume. Both of these have a very deep effect on our spiritual health. And third is the way of earning money. Money is extremely important, but money should come with the energy of blessings. Money should come. Business will need to be carried out in such a way that I benefit, but you also benefit. I cannot only think about myself and mix what I'm doing with you, because if I get a little selfish and I think only about how I'm going to benefit and I'm not being fair to you, then I will earn money, and that money will come with your vibration of having been cheated or hurt or exploited or betrayed. That money is not good for my family, because that money will be used to buy food for my family. So the vibration of the money, vibration of the food, and the vibration of the information. So earn money, work hard, achieve, but the money should come with blessings, which means benefit for me, but also benefit for the client, equally. At the end of the day, I don't want to earn only money. Money can buy a lot of things, but there are some things which money cannot buy. And for that, I need blessings, pure energy. So take care of the money we earn, the food we eat, and everything that we read, watch, and listen. This taken care of. And if you want to take your journey to the next step, which is to make this a natural lifestyle, then you can come to the Brahma Kumari centers to learn meditation, which is a very beautiful, simple way of connecting to that powerhouse so that I don't have to charge myself, I connect to Him. We all remember God. We all pray to Him, worship Him. But sometimes, that connection which has to charge the soul, that sometimes needs to be taken at a more deeper level. So if we come to the Brahma Kumaris and learn that meditation, we'll be able to do it for ourselves. Now be in any situation in life and be in crisis, but stable here. Problems will be resolved and happiness will be always. That is awakening for us. And that's what every center of the Brahma Kumaris, that's the message we're sharing with everybody. And it's the experience of millions, whether they're children, youth, married, unmarried, couples, every religion, every caste, every nationality. That's not the barrier, it's the self, the soul. So the Gyan, that spiritual knowledge, is for everyone without any parameters of what age, what religion, no, it's for everyone. It's all about connecting to myself, connecting to Him, and coming back to who I naturally, originally am, instead of seeking for peace, love, happiness outside. That's awakening for me. That's what it is.
I can learn all this in 7 days in the Raj Yoga course?
Yes, you come over to the center, even 3 days. Even 3 days, take out half an hour, 45 minutes. Any day, any time, come over to the center, the sisters and brothers there, and it's such a beautiful family that they are there just to serve, just to give, just to share. No expectation in return. Just experiencing that unconditional love is another feeling altogether, because it's not very easy to get that out there in the world today. So we come there and they spend time with us. It could be in a group, it could be a one-on-one. And they share with us this technique of meditation, the art of meditation, and the spiritual knowledge. And if I make that a part of my lifestyle, life will not be the same after that. But it has to be experienced to be believed. So welcome to everyone who's watching to the program. Your Brahma Kumaris family is waiting for you. Walk into your nearest center and just try out a new lifestyle. Spirituality is a lifestyle, which needs, it's not about what we are wearing, but it's about what we are wearing here. And heaven on earth is a dream for many, but it's actually a reality which we can create. Shift here and everything here will shift. Absolutely. It's normal. It's very normal. And I think each one of us, it's our responsibility towards ourselves and also towards the world. We cannot sit home and keep complaining about what the world has become. What are we doing for it? What are we doing about it? Let's take up our responsibility for our world and for this world to create heaven on earth.